G'day battlers, and today we're doing some more Catacomb Cup battles, and if you haven't heard, there's actually been a pretty sizable PvP meta update shift for the Catacomb Cup, so the rankings have just moved around a bit. Sudowoodo right here is now number 1 in the meta. Now Ivysaur is not something that it's exactly going to do well against, so we're going to lose this matchup. But yeah, Sudowoodo is brought up to number 1, Yahwertle and Umbreon are down at number 5 and 6 respectively, and up into number 4 is actually Alolan Graveler with Volt Switch, so charges up really quick, and the reason I know that is because we are doing some battles with Alolan Graveler later on in the video, not quite yet, but yeah, that'll be towards the second half of the video. And then also I do have a Discord now, so I'll kind of talk more about that at the end of the video. If you're going to head out, you can like skip to the little timestampy thing that if you hover over the progress bar of the video, you can go straight there, find out all the details about that, and the link will also be in the description to join that. So yeah, definitely join that if you wanna. But let's get into these battles. I can speak English, but yeah, we actually went to the Shadow Ball there on the Glalie, which is the wrong move because I was just going for like neutral damage. I'm used to using Frostlass, and Frostlass does more damage with a Shadow Ball than an Avalanche because it has stab. But because because Glalie doesn't have the Ghost typing, it doesn't get the same type of attack bonus on that Shadow Ball, and Avalanche is actually the superior move to go for. So Shadow Ball just costs more energy and does less damage, so that's kind of where it's at. So yeah, we are going to lose this battle up against Elias, and then we'll hop into the second battle, commentating from the start. So yeah, one battle down, but let's get into it once we go in. Alright. So Venusaur up against Umbreon, which is kind of a good matchup in the one shield. If you haven't seen my Umbreon kind of deep dive video, that'll be linked up there in the description below too. But basically Venusaur is the best counter for Umbreon in the one shield matchup, even better than like the Charmers. The Charm uses like Liepard or Beartic in this cup, which is kind of interesting. But then it does become a loss in the two shield, so it's like, is it really an Umbreon counter? Like, yes, it wins in the one shield, but it doesn't in the two shields. That's kind of what I was kind of waiting for, like just seeing if we were going to get to a point where Venusaur was going to have to burn two shields, in which case I was just going to switch out. But they actually switch into Ivysaur, which is a little bit I guess it's not the best matchup for us, but it's definitely good for us if it was the lead scenario. So we charge some energy on the Venusaur, wait for him to throw that charge move, shield up, and then switch into Umbreon. So I'm not actually sure what the Umbreon-Ivysaur matchup is. I assume that Umbreon fares a little bit better up against Ivysaur because Ivysaur is basically just like a Venusaur light. It's just a little bit worse. Power Whip hits a little bit less than the Frenzy Plant, but yeah, Foul Play does a chunk of damage, which is actually kind of significant. We get the, actually I was going to say CMP tie there, but it looks like he was still finishing off his quick move. I think he would have been out of charge move though. Shields up, and actually switching out, so into the Umbreon. So Umbreon's definitely going to be putting the hurt onto, Sudowoodo is going to be putting the hurt onto our Umbreon. So we get this Foul Play off, and then the switch clock is probably going to be up. So we're going to switch back into, we actually switch into Sudowoodo to catch this energy from the Sudowoodo, which isn't, it's going to be neutral, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so we're a little bit low at this point, and I'm thinking that he's actually going to be able to take us out first. But we do get to this Rock Slide, and I'm kind of thinking that he's not going to shield and let Ivysaur come in, farm up a little bit of energy on our Sudowoodo, and then we can probably just throw in Umbreon. When he goes for the charge move straight away, which actually is perfect for us because it means Ivysaur is using up his energy. Then we can bring in the Venusaur, and we farm up a little bit of energy and then go for the Frenzy Plant. But he gets the CMP tie, and at that point we're like, oh man, this is game lost. That Umbreon in the back has energy. We've clicked the Frenzy Plant too late. But because the game does a little bit of an oopsie there and lets him switch out into the Umbreon, our Frenzy Plant was delayed until the Umbreon came in. So it took out the Umbreon with all of his energy, and then we were able to farm up like 2 more Vine Whips and get the Frenzy Plant onto Ivysaur. So if the game wasn't broken, we wouldn't have won that. So you know, maybe every cloud has a silver lining and stuff. So yeah, you know how it is. But anyway, Sudowoodo up against Ivysaur. We're back into that pretty bad matchup, but we were really trying to try out Sudowoodo a little bit more because it is the number 1 Pokemon on PvP now, and that is for good reason. It really beats down so much of the meta. Now we switch into Vespiquen, and he's got Sudowoodo still. We land that Bug Buzz, and that's kind of the one thing that's different about our Vespiquen and the general recommended Vespiquen, because you kind of want to have X-Scissor instead of Bug Buzz. I'm thinking I'm probably going to TM Bug Buzz over to X-Scissor, because Bug Buzz just takes a little bit longer to charge. It packs more of a punch, but yeah, it takes a little bit long to charge, and ideally Vespiquen would have something that can hit a little bit quicker, and Power Gem would just be the big nuke. But yeah, that's just kind of how we're rolling at the moment. We shield up this charge move from Sudowoodo, knowing that we're going to be able to quick move down. I've got a fair bit of energy. And in comes Beedrill, so we decided to go for the Power Gem, hoping that he's probably going to burn that last shield off, and then we'll be both on 0-0. Burns the last shield, and then we're looking to switch, lets him farm up a little bit more energy, and then switch into Pseudo-Widow. Gonna get hit by a Power Whip here, which is pretty much going to take out Pseudo-Widow at this point. But happy to eat up that Ivysaur's energy, because then we can bring back in the Vespiquen, hoping that we can get to a Bug Buzz before he gets to a charge move. Unfortunately, it's a CMP tie. Ah man, so Vespiquen's probably going to get taken down by this Sludge Bomb. Yeah, down we go. In comes Wireless, who at this point is kind of looking like, oh, we have to take out Ivysaur and Beedrill. So we're going for the hard farm down, just Dragon Breath all the way. We're going to get hit by a Sludge Bomb. Maybe we should have gone for a Body Slam to take out the Ivysaur and then go into the Beedrill with much more health. But we have enough energy for a Dark Pulse. We're going to throw it, but it's not going to be enough to take out the Beedrill at this range. And yeah, Beedrill's going to take us out here. Actually, I was also planning to record this audio like twice, once with the current setup and once using my phone record software, but it turns out that stops recording after 1.5 minutes, so maybe I'll have to find some other solution. But we're up against a Lugia Hunter 6 now. Was it 6 or 7? I think it was 6, but now we are trying out that Alolan Graveler. And he's put in Caracosta, which is actually at number 3 on PvPoke, so these guys have really rocketed up to the top of the PvPoke rankings. And interestingly, Graveler's actually going to win out this matchup in that one shield, because I actually found out after these battles that that Caracosta only has Body Slam because he didn't have enough candy, which is actually why I don't have one at all. We landed that Thunderbolt, which I was actually a little bit surprised. I think I wrongly assumed that rock resisted electricity for some reason. I don't know. I guess it's just something I was carrying around all this time mistakenly. But yeah, guess not. Or water's just double weak and it ends up being 1 week now? And nah, I can't resist it. I don't know, I'll probably find out. I'll Google it after this video. I'll put it in the little text on the side. But anyway, we entered the Vespiquen, throw on the Power Gem, and bada bing, bada boom, landing that on the Vespiquen is absolutely huge. So I'm assuming they thought we were going for a bait, because yeah, then they're going to land his Power Gem onto our Pseudo-Widow, which is just going to do not tons of damage, going to be able to counter down. He's still got 2 shields that we have to overcome, and in comes the Breloom. So that's probably a mistake on our part going for the Rock Slide, because I don't think we're going to be able to burn 2 shields with what we've got left, so we probably should have just gone for counters. And it looks like if we got one more counter, that Breloom, I know my Pokemon names, I've got a YouTube channel, almost took out the Breloom, but we just have to burn that 1 shield, and then we are going to be able to Fury cut her down. So GG's there, and we're going to be going on to game numero uno. And we're still using Alolan Graveler, who will just be in the back this time, and Umbreon vs Vespiquen is not a good matchup. Vespiquen can win this just going straight X-Scissor or straight Bug Buzz in my case. Both situations, you're both going to win. Again, that's covered in that Umbreon deep dive, Catacomb Cup thingy, but yeah, going for the X-Scissor. So we kind of played this a little bit odd. I don't know if I really recommend playing this way. We threw the Dark Pulse and then insta switched out. Realistically, probably should have let him get up to the X-Scissor and then switch out to try and catch it, but yeah, it's just not what we did. We kind of let Vespiquen play how it wanted to, bring in the Alolan Graveler, and they do still have Breloom, so we're kind of like, okay, this is unfortunate. But we do get to 2 Rock Blasts, which just goes to show, man, I am really struggling to speak this video. Just goes to show how quickly that Volt Switch charges up energy on that Alolan Graveler. Like, it's kind of insane. PvPoke does recommend that you go for Rock Blast and Stone Edge, no Thunderbolt, but yeah, I guess you do win the Umbreon matchup if you have Stone Edge. If you don't have Stone Edge, then you're not going to win that matchup, I'm pretty sure. I probably need to fact check that too. Again, I'll have the little text on the side of the video just to confirm or deny that little bit. We bring in the Venusaur, and we are able to Vine Whip all the way down, which is definitely nice because we've got tons of energy ready to go now. In comes, I saw the bug flying. I'm not sure if that's Beedrill or if it's Vespiquen. Oh no, yeah, it's Vespiquen because Beedrill has the poison typing, not the flying typing. So yeah, land the Sludge Bomb. Unfortunately, a charge move is coming right back at us. So we decided to shield up, thinking that they might have burnt the shield to protect whatever they've got in the back, maybe from Venusaur, but it's actually an Alolan Muck. So we've still got a shield to burn at this point, so we're a little bit worried, but we throw this first Frenzy Plant, don't get the shield, so it's like, alright, well, we can probably get to another Frenzy Plant before a charge move comes through, or at least that's what we were hoping, and we are able to get one off. I think he might be loading up on energy at this point. Not burning a shield again, so really getting low, but he's got tons of energy. So, and we don't have a shield, so if he's got enough for 2 charge moves, he's going to be able to Dark Pulse Venusaur, bring in our last little Umbreon. Umbreon's going to survive anything from a Alolan Muck though, so I guess he needed to get to 2 sludge waves or something, but yeah, we weren't going to go for the charge move because he still had a shield, so we just were able to snarl down, which is pretty solid there. But we catch a terrible lead in this next battle with Sudowoodo up against Breloom. We decide to switch into Jump Buff, and in comes Alolan Muck. So we're not really in a great spot here. Alolan Muck is going to be able to sludge wave us away. And we're not doing much damage with these aerial aces, so you know, there's one, it does something, but we're just kind of chipping away, I guess, at the Alolan Muck. And a big box has just shown up in my way. Yep, okay, I don't know what that was, but we're back on track and get hit by a gunk shot. Okay, so in comes the Sudowoodo. I was not expecting the gunk shot, but I respect the gunk shot because that is what I was running for the Sorcerer's Cup tournaments that I did have at Alolan Muck. So yeah, I respect it. I like the trash can. But we get that Rock Slide off just before that Alolan Muck throws a charge move at us, which does take it out, but at the same time, like, it let Breloom charge up energy, but then he's throwing his energy because our Sudowoodo was about to get to that Rock Slide, and that's actually why we shielded, which I'm not sure if it was the best play in the world. I think we were doing it because we have Lapras in the back, and Lapras, I mean, we still had 2 shields to burn off their end, and Lapras up against that Breloom was not going to be a good time because we're weak to counter, we're weak to Seed Bomb, we're going to be weak to Power Gem, but we were hoping it was a shield bait, which it was not, taking us out. So I think we were going for the Skull Bash, and now like, oh, well, I guess we have to go for Surfs. This is game lost at this point. There's not much that we can do. We throw that Surf, and we're not going to be able to get to another one. Vespiqun's going to take us out unless we shield, which I don't think we do. Oh no, we do shield. So I think that's 2 get to another Surf. Ooh, farming all the way down, never mind. Now going to go for the Surf, and this should probably burn that last shield off, and then they're going to take us out at this. Yeah, shield, switch into Sudowoodo, but he's so weak at this point. We do kind of catch the energy, I guess, from the Breloom, but yeah, it's nothing to do. So GG's to both Elias and Elias. I feel like I keep saying Elias, and he never corrects me. And then also Lugia Hunter 6. So thank you both for the battles. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, especially that subscribe one. But yes, I do have a Discord channel now. Kind of. It's a joint Discord channel. So Dr. Trotter, the biggest Australian Pokemon Go PvP Twitch streamer, he had a Discord channel, and he was gracious enough to kind of allow me and also another Australian content creator, Fish on a Heater. He does YouTube and also Twitch. So he kind of let both of us kind of join on. So we've formed a joint Discord channel, because I was kind of like, I had the opinion that there are way too many Discord channels out there. So I was like, I don't really want to add another one onto the pile. But by kind of doing this little merger with all 3 of us, it does kind of cut down on that number of Discord channels out there. So you can definitely join that. Link will be in the description below, and hopefully I'll remember to plug it from now on. So yeah, join if you want. And yeah, thank you to my patrons, Melatonin9458, brajSF, -1010, Not Ready Newman, Yahwertle and SqeakyNL, for supporting the channel, because all of these people are super cool. And yeah, these battles are actually a little bit shorter than the Sorcerer's Cup, because Sorcerer's Cup was like all that bulk, whereas in this cup there's lots of, like, you know, Sudowoodo, who's going to be taken down super quick by counters, a single grass charge move and he just falls away. So yeah, I think these videos might be on the shorter end, like more towards the 10-minute mark as opposed to the 15. I mean, this one's already heading towards that 14 mark, so I guess we're actually just getting to the 15-minute-ish spot by rambling. So I'll save you some time and cut myself off here. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, especially if you like the 10%. It's actually 10% of you that started this video, they're now at the end. So how do you for being in the top 10%? But yeah, actually cutting myself off now. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.